You woke up today. You had a plan. Maybe it was exercise. Maybe it was studying. Maybe it was finally starting that thing you keep putting off. And then you just didn't, not because you forgot, not because something came up, but because you looked at the task and felt absolutely nothing. No energy. No drive. No motivación whatsoever. And the worst part? This wasn't the first time. It happens again. And again. And again. Until you start wondering, is something wrong with me? Why can everyone else do this and I can't? I am going to tell you something that took the samurai centuries to prove, and that modern science has now confirmed completely. Nothing is wrong with you. Your motivation is not broken. Your system is. And today, I am going to give you the exact system the samurai used to build unbreakable discipline, without relying on motivation even once. But before I do, I need to destroy one belief that is silently killing your discipline every single day. And chances are you believe it right now. Here is the belief. I will start when I feel motivated. Sounds reasonable, right? Wait until the energy comes. Wait until you feel ready. Wait until the timing is perfect. Here is what actually happens. Monday, not feeling it. Tuesday, tomorrow will be better. Wednesday, too tired. Thursday, it is almost the weekend now. Friday, might as well start fresh on Monday. And Monday comes. And the cycle starts again. Stanford psychologist Dr. B.J. Fogg spent 17 years studying why people fail at building habits. His conclusion was brutal. Motivation is the most overrated concept in behavior change. It is unreliable, unpredictable, and disappears exactly when you need it most. Think about that. The thing you have been waiting for, the motivation, the inspiration, the perfect feeling, is scientifically proven to be the wrong thing to wait for. The samurai figured this out in feudal Japan, 400 years before the research confirmed it. And what they discovered was not a mindset trick. It was not a morning routine. It was not a motivational speech. It was a complete restructuring of how discipline actually works. Now here is where it gets interesting, because the samurai solution is not what you think it is. It is not harder. It is actually significantly easier than what you have been trying. Let me show you exactly what it is. The samurai had a word for the man who waits for motivation. They called him Yukio no Hito, the man of the floating world. Drifting, moved by whatever feeling arrives that day. Up when things feel good. Down when they don't. The samurai did not respect this man. Not because he was lazy, but because he had handed control of his life to something completely outside himself. His feelings. Think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you been genuinely motivated, truly fired up, ready to change everything? And how many of those times actually lasted longer than a week? Motivation feels like a fire, but fire needs constant fuel. And the moment the fuel runs out, the fire dies. The samurai did not build with fire. They built with stone. And stone does not depend on how you feel. The first stone the samurai laid was called Kata. Kata means fixed form. Same action. Same time. Same place. Every single day. Not when you feel like it. Every day. Here is what this looks like in real life. The samurai warrior did not wake up and decide whether to train. There was no decision. 6 a.m. he trained. Because it was 6 a.m. That was it. The decision had already been made, not that morning, not the night before, but weeks ago when he committed to the kata. Dr. Wendy Wood at USC spent 30 years studying habits. She found one thing above everything else that determined whether a habit stuck. Context stability. Same time, same place, same sequence. When those three things are fixed, the brain stops asking, "Do I feel like doing this?" and starts asking instead, "When do I do this?" The answer is always the same, and that is the entire secret. Your discipline is not failing because you are weak. It is failing because you are making the same decision every single day, and decisions require willpower, and willpower runs out. Kata removes the decision. And when the decision is gone, the willpower is never used. And when the willpower is never used, it is always full. The second stone is Kankyō, environment. And this one will make you uncomfortable because it means your lack of discipline might not actually be your fault. The samurai believed that no warrior can be strong inside a weak environment. So they did not try to be strong. They fixed the environment. Here is what a weak environment looks like. Your phone is on your desk while you are trying to work. Your bed is visible from where you are supposed to exercise. Your goals are written in your head instead of on your wall. Your alarm is your phone, which means the first thing you touch every morning is a portal to distraction. Each of these is a small decision waiting to attack you, and you will lose some of them, because willpower is a cup, and a weak environment empties that cup before you even get started. The samurai fix for this is not complicated. Tonight, pick one thing in your environment that makes your target behavior harder. One thing, and remove it. Not 10 things. Not a complete life overhaul. 1. The phone that lives on your desk. Put it in another room. The workout clothes that stay in the drawer. Lay them out the night before. The goals that live in your head. Write them on paper and put them on your wall. 1 environmental change. That is tonight's entire homework. The third stone is the one most people completely skip. And it is arguably the most powerful of all 3. The samurai called it Nakama, companions, witnesses, people before whom your word had weight. In feudal Japan, a samurai who made a commitment in front of his companions was bound to that commitment by his honor. Not by law, not by punishment, by the simple fact that someone else knew. And the weight of being known, the weight of a witness, changed everything. Dr. Gail Matthews at Dominican University studied this exact phenomenon. She found one thing: people who wrote down their goals and shared them with someone completed 33 more than those who kept goals private. 33. From one change. Telling someone. The samurai warrior did not train alone by choice. He trained where others could see him, not to show off, but because the presence of witnesses made quitting feel more costly than continuing. Your Nakama does not need to be a training partner. It does not need to be a group. Can be one person. Tell one person right after this video one specific thing you will do tomorrow. Not, I want to be more disciplined. Specific. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. I will do 30 minutes of this specific thing. That specificity. That witness. That is your third stone. 3 stones. Kata. The fixed form that removes the decision so your willpower is never spent. Kankyō. The environment redesigned so weakness has no easy foothold. Nakama. The witness commitment that makes keeping your word easier than breaking it. None of these require motivation. None of them require you to feel ready. None of them require you to be a different person than you are right now. They only require one decision made once, and then honored through structure rather than feeling. But here is the thing no one tells you about discipline, the part that actually matters most. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is not something you either have or you don't. It is a skill. Like any skill, it is built through repetition, through structure, through the patient daily act of showing up, whether you feel like it or not. The samurai did not become legendary because they felt motivated every day. They became legendary because they built systems that made discipline automatic, and then they trusted those systems on the days when every part of them wanted to stop. You have been waiting for motivation. It is not coming. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not in the form you have been waiting for. What is coming instead, if you build it tonight, is something far more reliable. A system. Kata. Kankyō. Nakama. Fixed form. Fixed environment. Fixed witness. 3 stones. Build them tonight. And tomorrow, for the first time, discipline will not feel like a battle. It will just feel like Tuesday.